We stay together, we live together.
We knew we wanted to get a business started.
We just connect.
I'm going to tell you a story about how we met. We are back, and I'm glad, or at least we are glad that you're back here with us. And today we're going to be talking about how we met. And don't worry, I'll keep it high level. Okay.
Sorry.
But the reason why this question is so significant, because it's a question that comes up consistently, and it's a frequently asked question of all startups.
Yeah.
Regardless as to what type of funding that you're applying for. You know, how did the founders come together? Right. So I'm going to tell you the story about how AD and I met. Yeah, very interesting. So it actually started off when I needed some help with my social media account. I reached out to this organization, and he was actually paired with me to help me on my account. Now, I was in Atlanta, Georgia, and he was in Nigeria. And lo and behold, prior to us even meeting, I had said to myself, I always wanted to go to Africa. So when he started to help me out, you know, doing just a great job and what have you, I felt like this was my opportunity to make that move and go to Africa for the very first time. So that happened maybe around April of 2022. Went to Africa. We actually hit it off, and we knew we wanted to get a business started. So, and that's how we decided to come up with our business called, or startup called Nject. At that time, we didn't have a name for it, but we knew exactly what it is that we wanted to do.
Exactly.
So
yeah, I feel like it's very important for startup founders for them to tell the stories how they met. You know, a lot of, or some other startup founders met maybe in school, you understand, stuff like that, and Facebook, other people, other startups. But our story is just about readiness to get things done. Yeah. You understand?
Yeah, absolutely.
And the way everything just aligned, and everybody was just trying to, the range, no one was trying per se, specifically, you understand? So, I mean, everything was just aligned.
Yeah.
In the CTU, and considering for our solution Nject, the CTU already has similar ideas as well. So, you know, I mean, it's really important for you to look into people with values. I was looking at Sam Altman interview that he was talking about some of the key things in look if you want to even hire someone, values first, you understand? So values, aptitude, and skills, you understand? But, you know, looking at it from that point of view, we just feel like our values align, you understand? Nject. So with our values, each and every one of us just connects. It was so organic. Yeah. You understand? And, you know, come to think of it, when you think about a certain things or certain approach, we easily align with things, and I mean, we just kind of click organically. Yeah.
And that makes a huge difference. And there's actually 3 of us. So, of course, we were the 2 most early founders. I was going to say founding fathers, but we do have a 3rd founder. So do you want to tell everyone about our 3rd founder of?
You know, our CTO, we met in 2018 during the National Youth Service Corps in Enugu, in Nigeria. And we stay together, we live together, and we do a lot of things together. We do a lot of community development, some other projects together. And at that time, it was really interesting time. And come to think of it, when we were trying to make a decision of the type of person we're going to come to 60, I had to look back to the time that you spent together, to the time we've lived together, and some of the key things and values that I was able to see, identify. That's some of the reason why we feel like we have similar values as well too. You understand? At that point in time, our CTO was really passionate about engineering, development and everything. And he really grew up during those periods and developed a lot of solutions working for companies from ideations, building the NEP, raising funding, about $2 million funding, you understand, and working for several startups, even Series A funded startups about $20 million as well too, but thereabouts. You understand, logistics, a lot of ecosystem, and even actually venturing into artificial intelligence with his master's program as well too, you understand, and doing LLMs as a back-end developer, as a Flutter developer, AI engineer, and as a leader as well too, you understand. Was a secretary in one of from his school. From his master's program, was a secretary, you understand. So each and every one of us exhibits similar values.
Exactly.
You understand? And we always checkmate ourselves, you understand? And
very important.
Able to help each other, able to push each other, and most importantly, able to analytically look into things that come to a specific junction, you understand? And when we move, it's more like it's in sync. We are so much in sync with some of the things we do. So, I mean, it's really been a great thing, and I actually look forward. I was working the next like 2 decades or thereabouts. This type of solution.
Exactly. And one of the things that you hear all the time is that when you have a founder as a CTO, it's important that your founder is technical. And
get that way.
Exactly. And both of
YC and the likes. It's important when you actually have your fellow co-founders who you to have a technical founder. When it comes to being a technical founder, it's imperative for you to know that your technical founder can actually build and write the code. You understand? Not just technical, like literally can write the code from the beginning into the end. You understand? So that's some of the things as well too. I mean, some of the core things we have in our teams as well too. He's a back-end developer, he's in front to Flutter as well too, and artificial intelligence as well too, and really robust and already built products, you understand? Not just build products and apply to it in real life, you understand? So, I mean, those are really, really great.
I would most certainly agree. I think, the next topic we want to kind of get into is talking about some of the pitfalls of startups. There's so many that we can list from not just, and you would think that funding would be at the top of the spectrum, but it's not. It's actually probably closer to the bottom. Yes, you need funding in order to bring your product to life or what have you, but some of the key things that we need to keep in mind when it comes to pitfalls, it could be anywhere from founder fallout. That's a big one, to be quite honest. And also,
there's a popular saying that if the foundation is destroyed, you understand, it's most likely the whole thing is going to be destroyed, the whole startup. It's imperative for you to select or try to choose your fellow co-founders appropriately, evaluate and look into things. It's really imperative because by the time you're able to fall out, it's most potentially going to affect your startup, you understand? If you're actually not in a very strong or good standing. And looking at one of the most successful companies right now, you could look at it back in the day where they always fall out, you understand? Maybe one things, you understand? I look into the case study of Apple, you understand? Steve
Jobs.
Steve Jobs, you understand? And Steve Wozniak as well, too. You understand? And Steve Wozniak is the engineering guy, and Jobs is the product marketing guy. So I was just reading the case study the other day, and I could see some of the reasons why they actually had fallouts. You understand? You understand? So, I mean, even for Facebook or even for Twitter as well, too, Jack Dorsey and his fellow co-founders, Facebook as well too, as vertical value. I mean, things like that could actually happen. You understand? It's imperative for you to be able to maybe expect that, but most importantly, make sure that your fellow co-founders are people that you have similar values with.
Exactly.
I mean, for the sake of the company or for the sake of some of the key alike values you guys have together, I believe you can actually have and make things work.
Yeah, which is very important. I mean, because in order for you to find the perfect fit when it comes to searching for your founders and so forth, is you have to look inside within your own self. You know, how are you as an individual? And that's going to set the path in terms of selecting the right founder that's going to fit with you and ensuring that, you know, you both gel or the three of you gel or what have you. But you also have to do a lot of soul searching in order to make sure that you're right within, to be able to pick someone that's going to stay with you throughout the duration.
You're actually self-aware, you understand, self-conscious of yourself and what you're looking for. And if you feel like you guys can align together, I think you could actually go for it.
Yes.
So even looking at skills, you could have like from the evaluation of one of the interviews that someone had the other day, if you could look at this, you could have about 100 people having the similar skills, experience, and professionalism with a similar room you're looking out for. But people will always have different values. And skills, you understand. So you always have similar, different values, you understand. Yeah.
So the hard skills do play a part in it, but also the soft skills are just as equally important. And sometimes those are overlooked, you know, because
the other day we were actually seeing the movie Hunger, looking at Chapter 4.
Yeah, great movie.
Yeah. I mean, he exhibited a certain level of leadership, but it was somewhat in a toxic environment, you understand. But that actually brought out something special about the lady, you understand. And looking at it from that point of view, she felt that the people that were in the jurisdiction, where she even started her own company called Flame, a restaurant, together with the investors and people that actually back up. She realized that she's not meant to be there because the values were different.
Yes.
A good business, you understand, everything, the values was definitely different. At the end, she had to actually backtrack.
Yes, exactly.
So it's important when you actually look at people. Some of the things you want to be able to build in the next decades, you understand, you want to be able to move from 0 to 100, 1 to 1, 0 to 1, 1 to 100. You need to look at people that you have similar values with, and that is going to help a lot.
Yeah. And when picking a founder, you know, it's also important to make sure that you have an agreement in place. And when you have the right founder, it's not a problem or issue for that person to sign up.
That reminds me
terms and conditions. Exactly. Yeah.
That really reminds me of Mark Zuckerberg talking about the mistake that he made that cost him a lot of billions of dollars, you understand, considering investing schedule and better co-founders. He didn't actually, they don't have any vesting schedule. You don't even know what vesting schedule is about.
Yeah.
So looking at it from that point of view, from the agreements and the right documentation you need to do, you need to have vesting schedule on your fellow co-founders. You understand? That's good to look into your commitments. Someone that's actually determining the long run success of the company, equal distribution of equity shares, and a lot of factors you can actually look into it. You understand? So it's important for you to have any written document. There's a problem that anything that is not anything that is not documented, anything that is not in agreement, it
doesn't exist. Never happened. So I guess to kind of sum up this conversation, in order to be able to find the right founder or make that connection, if we can just recap a little bit. So yes, learn the pitfalls. The reason behind learning the pitfalls is so that you don't become part of that pitfall. So it's about heightening your awareness. So learn what some of the experts are talking about when it comes to, you know, what are the top 5 or top 10 or what have you. And then you work towards ensuring that that doesn't exist within your startup or within your organization, I must say. So anything else you want to recap?
Well, look at people that you have similar values, you understand? So values, aptitude, and skills, just like the way Sam Altman said, you need to look into that because a lot of people is going to have similar rules or similar professionalism or experience that can actually get things done. But it's that can separate a candidate, anyway, if you're hiring, this is the similar approach or frameworks you can use for hiring. Yes, that lastly,
gut feeling. So looking within your circle, the pitfalls, looking within your circle and having that agreement in place.
Right.
That's cool. Addressing those three, I think, will save you in the long run, to be quite honest. So yeah. All right. Okay. That's it. So
that's it. I mean that's it for this episode.
Yeah.
And I'll catch you guys up later.
Yeah. And by the way, we'll also include in the comments or the caption the name of the movie that we were just talking about, so you can check it out. All right.
Okay, subscribe and like and share if you find this really useful and really informative and impactful for you guys. See you around.
All right. See you next time. Thank you.